Hi Scorpio, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from Stereo. This is going to be your love messages. It's a general reading, so the rules might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for personal reading with me, okay? So in this video, Scorpio, it's going to be a you versus them format. I am going to be pulling card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their current energy is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I am also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Ooh, your person's energy is all over the place. Let's see yours. Both of you are hurting from the situation here, Scorpio. But your overall energy, you have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and also the Four of Cups in that proposition. I feel that what you guys are very, very focused on at this present moment has a lot to do with how to bring about inner peace within yourself. I feel that this week and next week especially, there's going to be like a lot of avenues and opportunities for you to start making yourself a bit happier. There's going to be a lot of self-love activities that you guys are going to be doing. Now, what is the biggest challenges within this connection? The Seven of Pentacles and also the Six of Wands. One of the reasons why, okay, there has been a delay when it comes to the situation has a lot to do with one party or both people actually are kind of like waiting for the other person to strip down their ego by a lot. There is this really, really great power of will, a battle of will, I would say, when it comes to this connection. Now, in the past, you have the Two of Pentacles and you also have the Two of Cups in our preposition. Things were a bit hard for you in the past because you were struggling. You were struggling on what is it that you were supposed to be doing when it comes to this connection. On one side, you do have a tremendous amount of love towards this person and you kind of like believe that this connection is something else, is something that is very different than the connection that you may have had before. On the other hand, there are certain things here that is not really making you happy. We're going to clarify in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Ace of Swords and you also have the Nine of Swords in that preposition. Well, yeah, things are still heavy for you. Things are still, a lot of you still are overthinking, a bit worried about something, but I feel that there is a light at the end of the tunnel here. As soon as you start to indulge yourself in some sort of activities that is all about self-love. We're going to clarify in a moment. Now, in the future, you have the Queen of Pentacles and you have the Queen of Swords in that preposition. A lot better. Because I feel that in the future, you're much more certain about the kind of things that you would like to accept in your life. Okay, you're much more certain. You're much more forward or future-oriented type of person. Now, in the past, they have the Judgment and they also have the Devil in upright position. There is a bit of a games that this person was trying to play. They were playing it out as if like they're trying to do something like establishing some sort of boundaries in the hope that you will do something towards this person. Now, in the present moment, they have the Five of Cups and they also have the Eight of Swords in upright position. The pain that they're experiencing in the present moment is a lot greater than yours. Okay. And a lot of that has a lot to do with them not really liking the person that they're looking in the mirror. It's bringing them like a lot of stress. We're going to clarify in a moment. Now, in the future, the World and also the Nine of Wands in upright position, things are actually going to get better between them within their life again. But I feel that in the future, this person is going to try to get their life back again together and might consider the options of actually wanting to do anything about this connection. So let's clarify, yeah? I want to clarify that Five of Cups from their side first. Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and also the Six of Swords in upright position. This person is very afraid of your reaction towards them, or this person is very afraid on how you're going to be reacting to them. And that's also one of the reasons why this person is thinking of giving up at this present moment, because it's like, if I do something towards Scorpio, they might react, Scorpio might react with such hostilities, and I'm kind of like afraid of doing so. So maybe I should give up on this, or maybe I should not, but they're still kind of like grappling with that thought. I want to clarify the Ace of Swords from your side here. Hermit, Queen of Pentacles, and also the Knight of Pentacles in upright position. I feel that this week it's all about you and getting your life together again. It's all about you focusing either on your career or on you decluttering your house or in health, anything, but your focus is a lot more about you, right? Like, I want to get my life together again, and things needs to be in order, needs to be in practical order. So if you've been abandoning to declutter or to clean your house, that's exactly what you guys are going to be doing. If you've been abandoning, you know, the career or the work that you're supposed to be doing, that's exactly what you guys are going to be doing. Or if you've been abandoning, you know, some health aspect, that's exactly what you guys are going to be focusing on this week. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords from their side here. Four of Wands, Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords from your side. Three of Swords. Both of you are really, really hurting from this connection, you know? They're hurting, you're hurting too. You want to hear something from them, but again, they feel that you may not care about them. So it's like a stalemate here. Both parties expecting something, but this person especially is very afraid of doing that. Because like, what if I come to Scorpio, you know, trying to hold their hands and trying to have a very heart-to-heart conversation with them? Do they still care? Do they actually care? Because from their perspective, they feel that right now you guys are very focused on them. Now, from your side with the Nine of Swords, you have the Three of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords, and you have the Page of Wands. From your side, this person has hurt you too. This person had caused you like a lot of worries, a lot of overthinking, a lot of problems in your head too. This person had given you like a lot of headaches, and you're waiting for this person to give you some sort of solution or healing, or you would love to hear something from this person, but they're afraid. So it's like a stalemate here. Now let's clarify the future. I'm going to clarify the world here from their side in the future. And the Queen of Pentacles from your side. So if you're single and ready to mingle, there is an opportunity of you finding someone new. That person could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, or a Leo. That although you may not be too ready when it comes to a new connection, but you would probably are going to be entertaining it. But the way in which you approach this connection is going to be very different than the way that you used to approach your connection way back in the past, because I feel that there is some restructuring that you would like to be doing in your life. Now, if you're not open to somebody new here, I feel that this person in the future is going to be working a lot in building themselves up again. Okay. Similar to you, how you've kind of like quite abandoned some fundamental things in your life because you were, you know, having like a lot of headache. This person was like that too. And in the future, this person is going to try to get their ish together first. Let's see. I want to clarify the Nine of Wands from their side here. Oh, this person is super duper afraid of doing anything towards you. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords. from Scorpio side. 8 of Wands, the Temperance, and also the Devil in upper position. Yeah, it's a wounded warrior card, right? The 9 of Wands is always a wounded warrior type of card where I want it. I still have 1 remaining energy left. But if I were to be putting all of those energy into doing something towards Scorpio, what if it doesn't work? It's like the end of the world for them. So this is how their perception of you is. You hate them. You want nothing to do with them. You have a lot of things that you would like to say to them, and they're afraid. Very afraid. Now, in the future with the Queen of Swords, you're no longer going to be paying a lot of attention towards this connection anymore, because I feel that your sole focus here has a lot to do with you getting your life moving forward. It's a very future-oriented type of card. For some of you, you might be thinking of traveling, or you might be thinking of like studies, higher educations, taking your master's degrees or your PhD, or it's you enrolling in some sort of courses that is about of a higher knowledge. So astrological courses, tarot reading courses, or like psychological courses as well, like attachment style courses and etc. But it's all about moving forward, all about learning, all about moving forward here. Okay. Now let's pull some advice card for you here, Scorpio. Judgment, the Hanged Man, and also the 7 of Pentacles. It's the After Tarot deck, so it's going to be very different than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. I feel that, again, that was your challenges, right? You're expecting things to happen. You're expecting this person to come down from their high horses that you assume that they have, okay? How about rather than stop expecting things, how about you take it all away? I think imagine this is like a Netflix series where you're in season 3 and it just never ends. The episode just never ends, and it has been going through episode 100 and it just never ends. How about you make an ending towards that situation? How it's going to look like in the future, that's going to be a different story. But how is it in the now? Because you've been prolonging that position. How about to make an end about it? Okay. You've waited enough. It's time for you to start appreciating yourself for waiting enough, for having that much amount of patience. Because honestly, me as a Sagittarius, I wouldn't be that patient. I'm not that patient. Okay. Once you start making that final ending or making that final decision, that's when you need to start being very, very proud of yourself. That look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're stronger than I thought you were. You're capable. You've been very brave. You've been very patient. Give yourself a little bit of a prop. Give yourself a bit pat in the back, like you've done a really, really good job. Stop waiting, honey. The 7 of Pentacles in this deck of mine is very different than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. It's really harvesting. You've waited enough. It's time for you to harvest your decision. Okay? Because if things doesn't change, then you would have 100 episodes with nothing of like a solution. All right? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, hun. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.